Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome back to BandChat, the podcast about being an independent band and everything that comes with it. I'm Austin, I'm your host today, and with me we have Miles.
Sup? Happy New Year.
We have Mike.
Hello, I'll be writing 2021 for the next 3 months.
We have Brayson.
Hello. I'm not that quippy.
That's a hard one to beat. And our special guest for today, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jaret Stodola.
Woo!
How you doing today, man?
Oh, not bad. How are
Cool.
you guys doing?
You're doing good.
New year, new us. Well, not the time when we're filming this, but new year, new us.
Supposed to tell them. A secret that we filmed this 3 weeks in advance of releasing it, at least.
Surprise, these aren't live.
This is surprise.
Well, now that we've broken the fourth wall, Jaret, let's prick you in.
Yes, let's break him in. BandChat style.
Take that as you will. So, Jaret, the people might not know this, but we've known you for a very long time, and you've had a very big hand in pretty much all of the recordings that we've done. So
Yeah, for sure.
It's true.
I actually met Mike first. I actually transferred schools for the music program that we were part of at high school, and so Mike and I were in a band together for the class we were in, and then the following year, Brayson and Miles came in as grade 9s. I was in grade 12 because I'm the elder of this current group, I guess.
The wise
band
man.
grandpa.
Yeah, the grandpa.
Sorry, that sounds bad.
And then
BandPaw.
actually, I think Austin and I were like the last ones to like kind of meet.
I think so,
I guess.
yeah.
I mean, these guys have known each other for the longest time, but yeah. So, it's been 2010. Yeah, it's been 11 years since I've known Mike.
It's been 27 years.
And
Yeah,
boy,
that's
does
crazy.
time pass.
It's
Right?
true. But before we get any further, I thought we were going to break this guy in.
We are. We need to give the guy an introduction first.
I think that's the second time that we skipped the icebreaker
No.
in a row.
Yeah.
No, we did not skip the icebreaker.
Okay,
We're doing it right now. Grayson,
We're
what are
doing
you
it
talking
right.
about? All right. So, yes, we do have an icebreaker for today. So, Jaret, do you want to go first? Do you want to go last? I'll tell you the topic after you decide.
First.
Okay, perfect. Then you're probably going to be fine with this. So, Jaret, what's your favorite chicken wing flavor?
Oh man, the spiciest, the one that makes my downstairs burn the most.
All right.
Interesting.
So, like, suicide.
Yeah.
Have you read the Bobby Wing?
The Bobby Wing is like not to be enjoyed. It's just meant to be like, I'm the cool guy.
It's a BDE move.
I see.
Yeah.
So you would basically eat spicy chicken wings for clout.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
but
you-
I mean the thing is, you go to places and like the spiciest wing is like they call it the suicide. We went for wings the other day. I got the suicide wings.
It's not how we got this prompt.
Not
at all.
Not that spicy.
Okay, so suicide, super hot.
Yeah.
Nice.
We went this way for the introduction, so I'm going to just go this way. Brayson, what about you?
Hot blue cheese. Every time.
That is
Nothing
a
beats
classic.
it.
That is a classic. All right, Mike, what about you?
I love like a sweet Thai chili. A little spicy, a little sweet,
Yeah.
Yep.
Gross.
100% delicious.
True. Miles, what about you?
With Bwong, hot and blue cheese. Give me some of that spicy. Give me some of that blue cheese tang.
Ooh.
Give me some of that moldy cheese mixed with vinegary sauce.
Wow.
Miles,
Miles,
but-
you sure make it sound appetizing.
See, but the thing is, do you guys like blue cheese
No.
outside of the context?
No.
I fucking love blue cheese.
So I like hot and blue cheese too, but I'm with Brayson, and I despise blue cheese outside of hot and blue cheese wings.
Yes.
If I'm going to eat a fucked up cheese, it's going to be like manchego or something like that.
Right?
Wait, is that even a fucked up cheese?
That's pretty regular cheese, I
Is
think.
it?
It's like mid-level.
It's pretty like in your face.
It is also worth noting, though, that we have designated Miles as the guy who always gets every vegetable on his Subway sandwich. So him liking blue cheese is very on brand.
This man will eat anything.
I won't
all
eat it.
anything.
I love all vegetables. I love all meats. I love all other food
the other
groups.
stuff is.
It just reminds
Starches.
me. It just reminded me of our TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's all
all
vegetables.
vegetables.
True.
Also, I'm gonna break the fourth wall here. I need to fix my mic stand, so don't mind the tape. You guys
Well,
continue
it's
on.
Austin's turn.
It's okay. We're only
so
going
we'll
to
pan
use
over.
this camera until you're done.
Good thing you warned us.
I was saying.
Our mic stand's broken. At least this one is.
I think someone got to ask me. I'm not asking myself.
Hey, Austin.
Hey, Mike.
What is your favorite flavor of chicken wing?
Honestly, I am a basic bitch. Just to preface, like my favorite flavor of ice cream is vanilla.
Honey garlic.
Actually, I was just gonna go buffalo.
Oh, buffalo.
Just classic buffalo. Like you said, like the hot, but just like the acidity without the moldy cheese.
Buffalo's good.
Buffalo, like
It's classic.
it's the chicken wing.
It's true. It is the chicken wing.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna vanilla ice cream. It's a little weird.
Vanilla. Okay, everyone's okay. You know what? Vanilla. Everyone says vanilla is like a basic flavor. Vanilla's a complex flavor. We're just used to it. Don't roll your fucking eyes.
It's
at me.
because I don't think that's a true statement.
It's 100% a true
it's the
statement.
most
Okay, there's a
basic
difference.
one.
There's a difference between. We shouldn't get too far into this. But there's a difference between like a soft serve vanilla ice cream cone from McDonald's
Yes.
and like a vanilla bean.
Very
like
true.
a nice like
Yeah.
like,
Very true.
There's a
Yes.
big difference than just like plain white like cold Elmer's glue.
Oh no! Yeah, no. We don't want basic bitch vanilla.
But also like vanilla as a but vanilla as like a base in like a blizzard or anything. Like vanilla as
Yeah.
a base is good, but like I could like just having it by itself. Like
And
give me some chocolate.
I would just rather not eat ice cream.
Okay.
If it was
Okay.
vanilla.
No, hold on.
intolerant.
Oh, I agree with Mike here. This isn't an ice cream and chicken wing podcast, but it could be. Subscribe if you want that. So
Onwards.
let's get back on track here because we know what everyone's here for. It's for you, Jaret.
Chicken wings.
That's for me.
Everyone's here for you, and maybe chicken wings. Apparently, get out of here. So we kind of already touched on this briefly before we got into the icebreaker, but you know, like you said, we go really far back. So as you already kind of mentioned, we met in high school. You knew Mike first, and then it went like what? Miles, Brayson, me, or Brayson, Miles, me.
Something like that.
Something
You
like
were
that.
last, so.
Something like that. So, sorry. You played in a band with Mike first in rock school, correct?
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, we went to a high school that had actually a really great music program. We got to play in bands, and the theater was like a 2-tier theater, like 300 person capacity.
330.
It was really, really good program. Yeah, so Mike and I played in, I think it was like a Metallica.
Metallica cover.
It was a
band.
Metallica
yeah.
cover
all
band.
things.
Yeah.
I did not listen to Metallica at that point. I don't know how I got roped into it.
Do you now?
Oh yeah.
No. I also didn't then, and I was like, sure.
I transferred mid-semester from my old high school, so I literally knew nobody, so I just took what I could get. But
Which was Mike?
And here we are.
to be fair, I don't keep in contact with any of those other people that we were in the band with.
I think the other guitar player got arrested for like doing meth or something.
Right on.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that?
We won't say names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
You're right.
yes, it was.
No, I know. I was literally just about to stop myself, but I think okay, we all know who it is.
But also like just like
We could.
Yeah.
It's easier if we don't, though.
it is easier.
So yeah, after that, like they had a really good recording arts program too, so that Austin and I kind of have taken that direction, going into more like a lot of recording side. Obviously, Austin's in the band. I'm less into band stuff now. I do play the drums, but I do
Damn
a lot
well,
of recording. Thank you.
It's true. If we needed another drummer. it would
True.
be
I have.
Actually, we
for
had
those,
we did that-
for
we did
those
happen.
of you that don't know, I have filled in for Miles on one occasion.
And I was there
Yeah,
still.
Yeah, which was Miles was filling in for Mike, and then Jaret
Yeah.
filled in for Miles, and who's
We all wear mini hats.
Yeah. No,
Et
it's
cetera, et
great.
cetera.
Yeah, so like you guys mentioned earlier, I've been a part of the recording process. More so earlier on, but the latest releases, I have a bit of a hand in at least one aspect or another of the recording.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Of everything we've done.
No, we
Except
did
for
some
Pretend.
of the. Oh no, but you were there. You
no,
were in
we
the
did some
studio with
keyboards
us.
for
we did.
Pretend.
No,
Yeah.
that was for the three. That was for the three singles.
3 singles.
Oh, okay.
But you were in the studio.
But you were
with
in the
us,
studio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he was
still
there.
hung out.
Like literally, we would not have any recorded output. Of course, we would, but it wouldn't. None of it would be the way that it is without Jaret. Like,
It's true.
It's
True.
This man right here. And it all started with Rock School. The
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
program. I mean, like our listeners, we've told our listeners about Rock School before. I'm pretty sure.
We probably touched on it on like our first episode, like the
Yeah.
Who the Hell is Royal Oak episode. So
Yeah, because I remember the first thing that really binded us four together was the Rage Against the Machine set.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because me and you were in grade 9.
Yeah.
Like we were
Little
just
boys.
youngins.
an
babies.
afro.
I had an afro. I was
Brayson still had
fronting
long hair.
that. But that was so fun. You were
Yeah.
a little Tom Morello.
I was in grade 10 at the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
that's crazy.
and you were-
I was in grade 12.
It's okay.
And wait, didn't we get we got an award?
we
didn't
won
We
the
did.
Band of
Right.
the Year.
It's true.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Band of the year. So we'll link that video. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
It's
Yeah, we'll put it
definitely
in
on
It's
YouTube.
somewhere. I think
My
It's,
mom
uh,
has it
I
posted.
was
It's
just
pretty
about to
fast.
say. I think your mom definitely has
Yeah.
it on her YouTube
She also
channel.
has the Metallica set posted. I
Okay,
believe.
perfect.
Nice.
Show
Make a
that.
playlist
we
for
might
you.
like that.
You get to see everyone with long hair. Legitimately, everyone at that point in this
Yeah.
group
That's
had long
true.
hair.
Brayson
Yeah.
had the short.
Yeah, Brayson had the shortest hair.
I might have.
That might be true.
It
Which
was
is
between you
hilarious.
two.
Yeah.
It was between
Yeah.
your hair. Your hair was longer. Brayson's hair was shorter than it was now, but it was still long.
Yeah.
And I had long hair. I had hair down to like past my shoulders
Yeah,
for
you had
sure.
some long ass hair.
Austin had long hair.
I had long hair.
And no one had
Miles.
facial hair.
You had big hair.
I had big hair. Would have been long. But
Yeah, pre-facial hair game for sure.
We
True.
were just children.
Right,
Yeah.
Brayson?
Yeah. I was just looking at like our old podcasts.
Oh yeah.
I
This
can't
has been a
remember.
long running.
No,
thing.
I mean, it's been
But
a
like-
year. Over
no.
a year. Yeah.
No,
Since
no,
we
no,
started
no.
recording, it's been
No.
over a year.
Nope.
It has literally, since we started recording them, it has been over a year.
You're right. Actually, I'm a liar. Anyway.
I was gonna say we'll discuss this later.
Not in front of the.
I'm right. Everybody listen to me. I'm right.
Anyway,
Not
I
in front
was,
of the children.
I was watching one of the old podcasts and we recorded it like in the heart of lockdown over Zoom, and I was not caring about my facial hair at all, and it was dirty. It was like
So we're talking like 6 hairs.
at
Yeah.
least.
At least 6.
True. But yeah, so I guess after that, after that beautiful run-in with you, where we did Rage Against the Machine, did Metallica, et cetera, you graduated.
I did.
We did not because we're not smart, because we were young. I should clarify. And we definitely, I think we kind of lost touch with you for a couple of years. But you know, the whole high school separation, you really live in a bubble.
Yeah,
When you're in high school, you know, high schoolers, shout out, you can relate. Maybe. But eventually we did. That's good. We did touch base again. Probably around like what mid late 2014, probably, or something like that. Maybe mid 2014. Because at that point,
that sounds about right.
yeah, because at that point we were forming what was essentially going to be our first self-titled record. At that point, yeah, that was like in our transitionary period between
Yeah.
you know, the earlier band that we were and.
The reprise.
I was like, do I name it? It's Google it.
Yeah, we're on Google.
Yeah, so at that point we were getting ready to record another batch of songs, and we remember we're like, oh yeah, our friend Jaret that we knew from high school, like he's doing some recording of artists
Yeah.
and whatnot, and so I guess we just approached you. To be honest, my memory of that is very hazy.
Same, honestly.
I think you were just starting work at the company you're at now, and
No.
Yeah.
way.
No, I started in 2016. I was still working at Save On Foods.
okay.
I was still stock boy. Brayson was still a stock boy.
Was it going to
okay.
Nimbus yet, maybe?
2014, yes. I started at Nimbus September 2014. That was the audio school I went with, just so you guys know.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember how it came up, you guys contacting me. I think maybe I was in contact with one of you guys, and I had
Probably.
a very minimalistic recording setup, and you guys were wanting to do a record under the new band name at that point. So, yeah, it was a very, very minimalistic setup for sure. I had not cheap gear, but like lower end mid-grade gear from where it's at now.
You can talk a little nerdy to us a little bit, but don't get too crazy.
Little.
So there was I think it was called the Profire 2626. It's like a Firewire interface, 8 channels. So the drums were tracked in a small room. We still track them in the same room now, but the upgrades have been pretty significant over the years.
We'll
but
get there.
We'll get there
We'll
for
get
sure.
there. This is chronological. We'll get there.
So I feel like bit of background, my dad's a session drummer, so we had some gear, and I think we used an old 70s Gretsch kit for the recording.
I was just about to bring it up because
Yeah.
I remember it so vividly. I'm pretty sure it was a small kick drum.
Yeah, it was a
And it-
20-inch kick, and it was a 12 and a 14.
14. And
Yeah.
I remember
Wow.
I remember hitting the 14 and it just going boom when I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, the 14 sounded crazy. It's definitely didn't sound like it. But yeah, like I didn't have a lot of high-end microphones. There was no external preamps, like any external outboard gear. But honestly, like listening back to the recordings, like there's a couple of songs that still hold up pretty good. I
I would
mean,
say so.
not to take away from the songwriting, like the songwriting on those earlier tunes are actually like a different genre kind of from where you guys have been now,
bit.
but like Day One is honestly still in like top 5 for favorite songs
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
sure.
It's
Like it's real, and I think you guys it's on like playlists on Spotify still, is it not?
I don't think it is anymore, but it's still
It
one
used
of our
to
top.
be.
It-
Yeah.
It's. I think it had the benefit of being the first track on the album. So
Yeah.
everyone was like,
Yeah.
"Hey,"
Yeah.
and then they listened to it and they were like, "Nah." It's not good."
And then interesting because like on our Spotify, all of our artists also like is a bunch of ambient bands that came from being related to that
yeah,
song.
yeah, for sure.
We haven't been able to fully shake it quite yet.
No, we'll
Yeah.
get
It's been how many years?
It's okay. We'll get there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
funny
we'll
though,
get
'cause
there.
I wasn't in the band at that point.
Yeah.
But I remember I like came to a couple of the sessions because I was like, you guys borrowed some of my gear. I definitely came to one. I brought like my cab and amp.
Yeah.
And like guitar and stuff. And
Oh yeah, because we have the Hughes
um,
and Kettner, right?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
so I remember because you recorded during the summer. I remember like sitting out on your patio, which is
Yeah.
like where the live room is, and just
Yeah.
like us sitting out on the patio.
Yeah.
I am also on that record, and I forgot about this. But do you
The
remember
background vocals.
The
I-
vocals.
in Day One in the
Yeah.
second verse? There's like that kind of choiry vocal in
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah.
And me and like some other people from high school, we went
Yeah.
under the stage in
concert
our
pit,
theater
or
Yeah.
the
orchestra,
band pit.
the orchestra
Yeah.
bit. We went under the stage or the theater and recorded it in there. So I am actually on the first,
Yeah.
the first Royal Oak.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
How did that come about? That was because we were graduated at that point, right? When we went and did we just basically ask to be
I
like,
think
hey,
so.
can
I
we?
think-
Yeah, I think
I think we
asked
just
the
basically
teacher.
said,
I brought
"Oh, yeah,
a
go
bunch of
ahead."
gear, and we just went down to the pit, and our teacher at the time was fine with it because
Good old Stevie Sanus.
Yeah, Steve saying it.
We gotta
Shout out
have
to
him on the
Steve.
pod. That'd be amazing.
That would be really good.
I would actually be so.
So yeah, we've come a long way,
We have.
We sure have.
Absolutely.
both of us in our respective fields.
Definitely.
It's true. It's kind of interesting to see how it's because after the self-titled album, it was younger, and then we're like, okay, doing things a bit differently.
Yeah,
Drums
younger
in a
was like
studio.
a huge like step up, like in terms of like the studio setup I have and like songwriting wise, and going like track drums at what was Afterlife that
Yeah.
used to be Mushroom Studios,
Mm-hmm.
which is a big Vancouver studio.
Okay, so
Take 2.
so what happened is our audio cut out, like our recording project cut out or stopped because the
Yeah.
screensaver came on. So we're picking up where we left off and that was Afterlife Studio.
Yeah, so we were doing drums at Afterlife Studio, which a lot of big bands have been there. Led Zeppelin 2, there's some stuff done there, a lot of Heart records.
Right.
Back when it was called Mushroom, but now it's called Afterlife. Actually, I think it's changed names again.
Really? I didn't think so.
I'm not sure.
Fight.
Anywho, yeah, so it was 2 days of drums. Really great. I was pseudo drum teching for Miles.
Yeah. You do a lot of that for us, honestly.
Yeah. And the drums were recorded through tape, not onto tape, but through tape. So we got that kind of characteristic sound, which was really cool. I know you guys were really wanting to impart some of that into the record.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the record was done at my place. I didn't mix this one. I mixed the first record, but not Younger.
But like everything in between, there was like a sandwich.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
the bulk of the
I was the
sandwich was
filling.
you.
It was a
the
Jaret
filling of the
filling, for
sandwich.
sure.
The bread was not so much. So we made a
Yes.
Jaret sandwich and Younger, and yeah, I'm proud of that record. I feel like
Yeah.
it's still like, even though we did drums at a studio, we had it mixed professionally, like there was so much of it that was DIY. Like it was very much an exploration of like what all of us knew at that time.
Yeah.
And like I think just like being homies,
Yeah.
like there was no fear of like trying new things.
Yeah,
Like, it was
for
just
sure.
like let's, and obviously
Yeah.
not like paying for studio time, like
Yeah.
at least by the hour, right? Like
Yeah.
we were just like,
We're all growing and learning together.
Yeah.
So like at this point now, this years later, like for most people I charge hourly or flat rate, but with these guys we're learning, so I think I charge you guys like $200 to record literally everything except the drums.
Yeah.
It was
Well, wasn't because
Best deal we've ever gotten.
Isn't the ongoing thing that we would like get you a piece of gear?
yeah, it was a piece of gear for mostly even now, like we did vocals for the upcoming work you guys are going to be releasing, and it was paid for in gear.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
we got you
There's back
Pending.
orders. It's back ordered.
Pending.
Okay.
We're working on it.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So he's getting
But,
paid.
I have it on my whiteboard at home. It's okay. I haven't forgotten.
The cool thing about the recording process is you guys came in expecting a certain song to be the single, but by the time we got to the end of the record recording mixing, that song I don't think even ended up being a single for that record.
song?
It was Old Souls.
Old Souls.
That's
Old
right.
Souls,
We were like, yeah.
That was gonna be the lead single, was Old Souls.
It's true.
And
The
I-
lead single. I don't remember this.
I
That's
think
crazy.
that it's like a catchy song. Like
Yeah.
I think that there's just something about the production of it that we didn't
it just
quite
didn't
nail.
turn out
Yeah.
the way I think everyone wanted. It was
No.
supposed to be kind of like more of a party song, but it didn't quite come across that way.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a good
and then
fucking
the song that we hated up until it was mixed was the song that probably did the best
Yeah.
off that record,
Yeah.
which was Livewire.
Yeah.
So interesting because I feel like
Everyone loves Livewire. Live, everyone's shouting for Livewire. It's still,
Livewire.
it's crazy.
Still,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's interesting because like I feel like we had the same situation with our upcoming single, Yearbook. Pre-save it, link in show notes.
Nice.
We were all kind of like, "What the fuck do we do with this song?"
Yeah.
Like there's something there.
Because Brayson
but-
came and he was like, check out this emo guitar. And it was like, we're like, this is cool. But how?
But how do we make it less?
Yeah.
We'll dive into that more. We'll probably end up doing a yearbook centric
sure.
episode. So we'll get more into that, and maybe we'll play some little samples of it before and after later. But for now,
It's a good tune, guys. You gotta click
You're
the
sweet.
Yeah.
pre-save.
Please do. Jared worked on it.
I did.
It's
We
true.
tracked the vocals for this upcoming project at my place.
and we edited the vocals, and both Jarrett and I cried because it was a time crunch we didn't
True.
need.
It was a hard song to sing too. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah.
Sing it, but it was just.
I appreciate the hype. I appreciate the pump up.
I was just
I
about
just know
to.
it was like it was in your lower register, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and higher.
and higher.
And higher. Yeah.
You'll
it
understand.
was a register sandwich, just like we do with Jared.
Very nice.
A red-
In speaking
Speaking
of
I knew where this was going.
It's too easy, Mike. You take it.
No.
So
I
getting
insist.
back to
Okay, Jared's taking it.
the recording of Younger, we would frequent a place called Pizza Town, and to this day, at least myself, I will still go out of the way to get Pizza Town.
Oh yeah.
I've gotten it numerous
Me too.
Yeah.
times.
Now it's important to mention, Pizza Town, not an Italian restaurant.
No, not at
Though
all.
you'd be forgiven to think that.
You would.
It's an Indian place, and it's some of the best Indian food you'll have.
It's my favorite.
Not even the
Phenomenal.
pizza. We're not ordering the pizza. We're talking
never
about.
had
the
it.
I hear it's
Never-
good.
I haven't had a pizza.
I've had They have butter chicken pizza.
Oh, I would.
It
Probably
is
good.
phenomenal.
Okay, we gotta
There
go.
you have it. There
Okay.
you have it.
But
Are they open right now?
Time is it?
that delivery though.
brace it. That's far.
So for the price point, we'd order the butter chicken special, which would be butter chicken, naan, and rice for $10.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I've been to places where $30 plate of butter chicken doesn't even compare to Pizza Town.
It's
It's
true.
insane.
It's
The
just so
veggie
good.
samosas,
And the-
2 for $1.50.
Right?
Yeah.
We lived on Pizza Town
Yeah.
for that record.
Yeah.
That was like
The veggie Samsons were
The Samsons.
the Samsons.
Younger
They-
is just Pizza Town incarnate.
It's ridiculous.
Bye.
I'm sure that microphone still smells like butter chicken.
I hope not. Did you just sell that?
I
like, to
did sell the
somebody?
microphone.
That's part of the appeal.
It's like yes, Charter Oak tube microphone, $600. Smells like butter chicken. Works great.
True, but honestly, like the amount of sessions we did at my place,
because we were often doing it like on weekends or like
it's like
even,
on average like 2 days a week.
And so a lot of time,
Sometimes 3.
A lot of time it was
felt
after
like it was a lot.
Sometimes
a lot of time it was after work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'd be hungry. Like we'd finish the session. Austin would be like, I can't eat dairy
Yeah.
because I'm singing. Like so we'd wait until it would be like 9 p.m. and
Yeah.
someone would drive up and
Yeah.
go get samosas.
It's only like
and-
a 12-minute
and
drive.
Yeah, it was super close, but like
not
we'd
too
just
bad.
sit and like just tear into
But
tikka masala.
we like between the 5 of us, we've invested a fair bit of money into Pizza
We're
Town.
part owners.
We are
Hey,
shareholders
Honestly,
of Pizza
shout
Town.
out to Pizza Town. You guys, you do a good thing.
If you want to work with us,
Please.
you let us know.
Pizza
Signature
Town
dish.
X Royal Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like food is like something that like throughout all the process has kind of like it's like the crossroads of our passions.
I think food is like the band love language.
Yeah,
100%.
we're all foodies to some
level,
extent,
for sure.
Like
yeah.
everyone likes to experiment with cooking to
Yeah.
some extent. Everyone has
Yeah, everyone
Very-
here is pretty into cooking. I
very
feel
quickly
like, at some
rapid
point.
fire. Rapid fire. Favorite food.
Oh God.
Okay, too slow. Go.
Poutine.
Sorry.
Poutine.
Poutine. Poutine.
Wow.
That's
Interesting.
such a
Favorite food.
That's
Really?
not what I expected.
I know. I was on.
Interesting.
We literally all
Guys,
stopped
rapid
in our
fire.
tracks.
Yeah, we did. I know. I was
Fire.
like, well,
ramen.
ramen.
No, Indian food. All Indian food.
Okay, sushi.
Sorry.
Sushi for me. Indian. Okay, now
Oh shit.
Awesome.
nerd.
Oh, rapid
He's
fire.
gonna
Rapid
say
fire.
something shitty
Rapid
like
fire.
Greek
Greek
food.
puddings.
Greek food is
Vanilla
good.
ice cream.
Greek. I like how Greek food. Greek food's good.
It's like
Okay.
fine.
That's such a hard question.
Okay, I just wanted to do a quick
Oh,
rapid fire. Just to see.
Xiaolong Bao.
good answer.
XLBs.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, so we're all foodies to some extent, and all very diverse. We also
Yeah.
had something different, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
So you're right. It is kind of a common interest, a
It
binding
is. Like
interest.
I feel like when I think back to like when we recorded things, like there's that like food memory. Like when we recorded Pretend,
Yeah.
like you weren't doing a lot like any of the tracking
Yeah.
for that record, but you were at the studio with us all the
Yeah.
time, and we'd get the runner to go and get like one day it would be
Donaires.
Donaires. Like I feel like I have a very very clear memory of like Pretend Donaires. You know, like it's just
Yeah,
like there's like
yeah.
that association.
There's one like key food per record.
it's true.
a little bit. Like,
I would love to know if there's any musicians listening to this. Let us know. What do you eat?
What's your tracking food?
What's your tracking food? I think that's I feel like that's a
Honestly,
question
that's
that
a
people would
really
relate
good-
to.
oh,
Because when
100%.
I was doing the project video the other day, they're like, pizza. We're getting pizza, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
I don't care for pizza.
What?
unless it's Pizza Town.
Okay, this
okay.
is a question for all the musicians watching this episode.
We just asked them a
what like tracking food gets you ape shit.
But like for everyone, but especially like vocalists, because you have to cut out a lot of different foods to not be able to affect your performance.
It's
Yes.
true.
So, yeah, I mean, maybe you still do dairy. Maybe you like the thick, mucusy throat feel when you record vocals.
We're just bleeping that out. Because
But yeah,
was
so that
vile.
was younger. We ate a lot of food, made a lot of. Are we missing anything?
We recorded a record during that
Yeah.
time.
We all we did
Yeah.
also.
We all-
ate food.
I
We
know-
ate
I'm
food.
just
We talked about
So
that.
even though I didn't mix a record, we all went down together to listen to in downtown Vancouver to the mixing engineer
yes.
studio.
Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Beckler.
Paul
yeah.
Bunions.
Yeah,
Paul
I don't know why I said
Paul
that.
Beckler.
yeah,
Why did I say that?
yeah. There
Shout,
was
shout out to Paul Beckler.
there wasn't
or
a whole
Paul
lot
Bunions
of
now.
there wasn't a whole lot of mix notes. Like he knocked that record pretty out of the park. I think it was just the last record that needed to get flipped around, kind of 180. But like he did a great job.
Do you mean Fall Together?
Yeah.
Last record? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was because that was such a
It was a
weird song for
cluster of noise at the end of that song.
us. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's a very weird song to come
Yeah,
from
because
us.
Miles actually sings the first couple of verses for that.
I sing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The whole song. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it the whole song?
yeah, because the
Pretty
end
much.
is just gang
it's,
vocals.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gang vocals.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
So. He sings it.
But yeah.
And the gang vocals were actually done at Afterlife when we tracked
That's
the drums.
right. And the could you guys
Yeah.
remember we all had floor toms?
Yeah.
Oh, how can I
Yep.
forget? That was an iconic moment.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
That was so
like
fun.
just like
Yeah.
what are we like 5 floor. I think about that, and I also think about the other thing that we did at Afterlife, which was there's that like in the breakdown of Livewire. There's
the
like
percussion.
So Brayson brought like a
Yeah.
pan and a wooden spoon, and,
there was-
I remember we all had just like random
There's, like,
shit that we were like
cowbells,
hitting and just like, and so that's like in the like bridge part of Livewire. There's just Brayson with
Yeah.
a pen, and I remember it was so
It was
loud.
so loud.
The
He had to go
engineer
into
was, like,
isolation booth.
yeah, he went into like a different room.
Yeah. And
to
it was
hit
still
this pan
It was
while we
still
all had,
getting
like-
picked up by the microphone. It
Yeah.
was so loud.
And
You
I
know-
ended up breaking the spoon too.
You did?
That's
Right.
right.
It's so metal.
My girlfriend at the time was like, "You gotta. Why would you do that? You gotta buy a new spoon."
It's a spoon, whatever. You know, I will say this. I think that like with all these memories we have and whatnot, and just the moments that, you know, they feel like spontaneous and just, you know, not necessarily experimental, but they're just like spur of the moment, like, you know, pure just energetic, like we're recording, like that kind of euphoria. I think it really speaks to like just the growth we were, you know, experiencing with
yeah.
that record, and just how it was just
Absolutely.
like doing new things, and we're like,
Yeah.
we can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the first record, I felt like not nervousness, but like we didn't really go outside of the bubble or the box, I guess, with
Yeah.
too many things. And then the second record was like so many things
Yeah.
outside of the box.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the first one, had you taken on a project like of that
No.
scale yet?
No, I had only I'd done like maybe 1 or 2 full songs. But like not to this extent at all.
Yeah, and then so I guess so for younger, like what felt different to you?
Well,
From
I
your
mean, we had
point
all
of view.
it had been what's the timeline difference between the 2 records? 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah, 2014 we recorded the first record. In 2016 we recorded
Yeah, so I mean,
the second
like-
one.
Like from the first record with like Mike not being in the band yet.
It was way worse than when I joined
No.
the band.
Not saying that.
Mean.
Like
Mean.
James was a great guitar player. Like he really like those songs. He wrote great parts. He was really good at laying it down for sure.
Yeah.
But like we had mentioned, everyone had grown over those 2 years. Like I had worked on other projects. You guys had spent more time. Mike had joined the band, so you're kind of finding a bit of a different sound at that time. Not too much, but still changing.
I think it changed a decent amount, I'd
It
say.
definitely changed.
It was a shift.
But like collectively coming back together, we had all our experiences in what we were doing culminated in a better project.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Better songwriting, better sound quality for the record, better producing. We half-ass knew what we were talking about.
We weren't there, but we were
getting there. We were getting there for sure.
We're always getting there.
We're still getting there.
Yeah.
Still
getting
And
you're
that's-
always getting there.
That's been the trend, I think, like as we kind of went into Pretend,
Yeah.
which we put up the next year. Like it was still that kind of like
Oh,
that
it's
slow-
honestly even still like with the new stuff. Like I feel like before we'd be like, okay, let's try this, but now I feel like, especially you guys, like you've been together long enough that I noticed in the studio it'd be like, okay, try this, okay, done.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like, okay, let's fumble around and try this. It's like, no, it's like you're trying it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Like we came in knowing. I mean, Pretend. Still.
We wrote Pretend in 3 months, which we've mentioned before.
It's true. It's true. I mean,
Just crazy.
the most recent stuff is just in a completely different ballpark. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
100%.
But
you'll hear it.
but with
It's coming.
But with Pretend, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this is an episode about you. So I mean, well, not about you, but it's about us. It's about all of us.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It says here guest Jaret, so I think it's about you.
No, I mean the growth. Like it's nice to like we've known each other for such a long time, but to like for both or all of us to be on a upward trend throughout every project, but like separately, but then coming together
together, yeah,
and
doing
being
it, yeah.
able to share our growth and like continuously work on projects that are getting better and better. Songwriting is getting better and better. The
Yeah.
recording, the producing, it's getting better and better.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet that we've been able to all do it together at some
definitely.
capacity.
I mean,
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of people don't have that kind. I mean, maybe they do. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but to be able to have like the producer engineer friend who's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start this, and to have the band friends who are like, we're gonna do this band.
Yeah, but not
Yeah, let's go, band.
Let's go band.
not to take it away from you guys, because like pretty much like 75-80% of the stuff is self-produced by you guys. Like even the new stuff, even more so than Pretend. This is more self-produced than Pretend was. This is almost 100%. It's pretty much 100%
Yeah.
I
self-produced.
would generally say so. Yeah.
So
I mean,
like
99.
I would say
and-
99.
and-
99.
Fair.
Just that's
because
good. Yeah,
there's, like,
99.
something.
and like not to
97.
take anything away from Pretend. There's really really good songs on that, but to be able to continue in an upward trend, but go from being partially self-produced to 100% self-produced and not really drop off in any aspect, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And to be a part of it too, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
honestly, man, we appreciate you being a part of the way every time. We are so thankful for everything you do. Like, you don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
Royal Oak wouldn't be the same if there was no Jaret Stodola.
It's
Like,
true.
and I speak on
yeah.
behalf of everyone when I say that.
Yeah.
Like, 100%.
Yeah. We owe you more gear than money could buy.
More Pizza Town.
True. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I mean, likewise, I wouldn't have been able to be where I am with what I'm doing in the recording field without you guys. Because I mean, that's spending the hours. Like we're just
Yeah, I
both
mean,
learning it, right?
Spending the hours
Spending
and
the
hours
hours.
and hours.
Hours, yeah.
Fuck, I thought you were gonna go into the Rocks verse on
No, to be honest, I was actually thinking more about I guess this is just a little preview into kind of the work that goes behind the most recent release we've been working on, because we've basically broken the recording of this new record into two halves. We've already done the first half. It's already done. You've already heard a little
done.
bit of it, and you'll hear more of it soon.
Link in the show notes to stream.
January 21st.
Our new single yearbook
Fuck it.
will be coming out.
Send us an email and we'll just send you the song.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
I just upped the stakes right here.
We did not discuss this.
We'll release
No,
the song right fucking now.
I'm with it. Honestly, if people send us, if you are willing to go out of your way and you're listening to this and you're sending an email, we will send you the song.
Yeah, contact
100%.
at royaloakband.com. Send us an email, and we'll send you the new song.
maybe with an NFT.
Shut the fuck up. We're not.
but okay, but no, for real. Like with this new record, the biggest thing that I've always felt where Jaret has been like, it's just like, and me and him got to share the pain this time, at least a decent bit. It's always just like editing. Like that's the biggest thing about like producing and recording music that no one really talks about is sometimes just like the endless hours of editing. So for this most recent batch of songs, we kind of, I guess we'll say, shot ourselves in the foot. I'll say that much.
Yeah, just
We
looked
shot
at you and
Jared's
laughed.
We were
feet off.
literally editing vocals till 1 a.m. the night before the deadline.
Yeah, we handed the vocals in. We handed the record in to Brandon, who mixed this most recent record. We handed everything to him. Like I submitted it like at 1:30 in the morning. Jaret and I were I literally, I think I sat there for like at least 6-7 hours just crying in front of Pro Tools. But and I just remember just Jaret, I just being like, why did we do this?
Yeah.
It was just like a week and a half of us just like shriveling up and dying. But that's okay.
But that goes to show our growth, right? Like before we weren't nitpicky. We weren't like as fine-tuned into these little details. But especially yourself, like you've been to Nimbus, you do a lot of the production for the band and mixing other projects and recording. So the two of us sitting there and taking a fine-tooth comb through everything, trying to make it better, like putting out the best product possible. And I mean, it shows. Like Steal My Hoodie is phenomenal. And the rest of the songs, you guys definitely keep a lookout for these songs and pre-save everything. They're fucking awesome songs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But like we're still learning. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's
Still
that's
learning.
gonna try.
It's
But like
true.
now we know we're not gonna give ourselves such a like quick deadline. Like,
Like,
we are going
no,
to.
we're-
Yeah.
for
we
no
have
reason.
learned.
For no reason.
no
Yeah,
reason.
Well-
we're just like July 12th
Yeah.
should be fine. Not fine. It was not fine.
Long ago.
Yeah.
So
It was
for
so long
musicians
ago.
out there, don't be too hard on yourselves with deadlines if you don't have to be, dog. My Randy
True.
Jackson. What the hell?
It's gonna be a no. I feel like that's like it's kind of the same. Like we've given ourselves a lot of deadlines over the years. Like even if you look at like there's only like a year between Younger and Pretend.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
because
yeah.
we were like we need to get more.
You guys
music out
jumped
there.
in the
Like, we
studio
need-
real
we-
quick for
we
that.
released Younger. We went on tour. We went back to songwriting, and we were back in the studio that winter.
Yeah, you
like it
guys-
was like
December, like
like,
end of December, we started drum
there's-
tracking.
we've always kind of had. I feel like just this like we're just like addicted to the momentum.
Yeah,
Of
right.
just go and like doing it makes you want to do it more, and doing it more makes you want to do it like. And so I think
Yeah.
that we just like we wanted a
like-
quick deadline.
Chasing deadlines from Younger all the way to everything.
We are junkies.
We
and
love
like literally like,
deadlines.
the pandemic was like a forced break. Like we've talked
Yeah.
about that, but it was
Yeah.
like that was the first time, and so that's why I feel like these songs are there's like more thought into them, because even though we gave ourselves a stupid deadline for Steal My Hoodie and Yearbook and the other songs,
Sure was.
it was stupid, but it pushed us, like, I think, to get it out. But I think now we've realized that like true, like to do our like very best work, it just like it takes time.
yeah,
Yeah.
For sure.
And don't get me wrong, we do think this is our best work.
Oh,
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
The-
Don't discount what we just said.
Coming from a third party here, the newer songs that will be coming out, like definitely like not like a 90-degree turn, but like coming into a different bit of sound, but definitely
47.
but
47.
47 degrees.
about there.
Oh no,
But-
I'd say 90. Personally,
Wow.
It's
180.
like
Very
180.
that was kind of.
I'm Miles.
Hey, it's just my.
but honestly, like definitely like lyrics, like man, the lyrics, even like from the last record, the lyrics are at like another level.
Oh.
But I know the collaboration for the newer stuff, like it's very 25% across the board for
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff you guys are doing on the new songs, which is great. But man, it's paying off for sure. You guys have found a formula with the collaboration between the four of you. I feel
Definitely.
like.
Let us know what it is.
No, I think it's just intention. Like it's literally just having more intention with what we're saying, with what we're doing. Because we've actually posted this on the band account today. What I wrote, the little write up I had about Steal My Hoodie. The lyrics just had much more intention behind them.
Way
and
more
the thing is, like,
intention.
I feel like the same for every single song. We were able to take each individual story and be able to put it into one cohesive story that basically comes from all of us. And that's with every song, I would say. I would argue. Maybe not every song, but most songs.
And like
For
that
the
comes,
new ones, at least.
that comes across in the recording, because when you're singing about something that you have to draw upon, like an experience or like a close friend, like you guys collaboratively writing the lyrics, and you can draw upon feelings that you've experienced or feelings that you've experienced or something like that, to be able to sing that and emote what you want. Because essentially the lyrics in a song in its entirety is you want to make someone feel something, and to make that come across genuinely, you need to sing it genuinely. You need to emote that while you're singing. If you sing about being sad but you're not feeling it while you're singing, or you don't have the intent to put that across, it's not going to come across to the listener. But like you guys drawing upon your experiences and collaboratively writing these lyrics, like it comes across like very, very well. So
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
it helps when you can draw from life experiences. Absolutely.
It's a big difference, because I feel like before, I mean, just to be completely candid, we would go into the studio and not have lyrics
100%.
for songs.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're talking about
100%.
this now.
And it would be
Not always.
and not
fair.
not always, but come on, think about it. Like,
more times than it should have been. We
yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
have lyrics for the songs. We go record
and the
them.
thing is, in the past, lyrics was mostly you two.
It's true. It's
It was
been mostly
mostly-
Mike and I
Yeah.
for a lot of it.
And not to say that the songs that we wrote were like not good, because they were still good songs, good lyrics. But there is a difference between having like all of us have a voice
For sure.
in them,
100%.
and also them not being last minute and actually writing the lyrics before going into the studio.
like in the sessions that we did for because we recorded White Lies, All the Things You Said, and Everything all at once. There was a session where we did all three songs at the same time. I think it was All the Things You Said and maybe Everything. It was definitely All the Things You Said. Did not have a full set of lyrics when like a couple days before we went to record the lyrics.
Because I was even there. I wasn't there when you guys recorded.
You were in
that.
Amsterdam.
I was in Europe.
We were
Yeah.
literally recording the vocals for White Lies, and Mike and I were just like with our phone, just like, okay, how do we? We weren't, because what we didn't have, we weren't writing lyrics. We had like what you like sang as a placeholder written down, and we're just like, how do we make this?
And so we would like pass the phone back and forth, literally while you were recording. We're like, oh, this song's next. Like, which is like so like stupid. Like in hindsight, so stupid.
It's incredibly stupid. Don't do this.
I think, given the amount of time we spent on them, I think that the songs are lyrically.
they're not bad.
They're not bad.
But there's like so much meaning, and I think that like I think you bring that out in us. Like I think just like even like when we did all of the vocals for these new songs, I think we mentioned it at your place. You were kind of like engineering and also sort of semi-producing like along with the rest of us, like kind of like really pushing Austin to give his best performance.
Yeah, for
sure. And I think that like that just like comes through too. Like I think like we're so close, like we've known you for so long that like you don't like there's no sugarcoating, you know? Like
No,
it's like
exactly.
if Austin fucks it up, he's gonna hear about it, not just from us, but
I
from
only
you.
cry a
And
little
like
bit.
I know he's gotten very strong, but
I'm a big boy now.
but like it's necessary in this industry, I feel like to have that like impartial voice, and I think that we do a very good job of like splitting up our friendship and like the business aspect of like recording.
For sure.
right, where
I
it's
mean, like we're friends, but if it sucks, I'm not gonna tell you
If it
it's
sucks,
good.
it sucks.
Because it doesn't help anyone, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you guys put out the best you can. It's not gonna be like fix it in post. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of, I don't know, I think that's what's made this record really come like full circle. I don't know, just with this record and being able to like work with you on it. Obviously, like mainly we've done like a lot of vocals with you thus far. I'm sure there'll be other collaborations on the second half in the future. I can feel it. It's in the air. But like it's felt really full circle because I don't know, for some reason this just feels like a culmination of like all the work that us as a band and you as a producer engineer yourself have really put into since we first started, working together in 2014. So it feels really exciting to kind of, especially since we're reflecting in this episode, to look back on where we came from and where we are now.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Especially because we had that break in Pretend where I had just been coming into the studio you're recording at, Echo Plant. Shout out to Echo Plant.
Let's get Echo Plant.
Those are nice hoodies. You can get them on their website.
Yeah.
So like the
I don't know what that was. I'm sorry.
the break between my work in Younger all the way until now, because I did like little bits but very minute stuff in the last releases. Again, coming back to growth, cumulative growth between us. It's been a number of years since I've actually done like a major bit of work on a record for you guys, but like it just shows like the growth, man, like from Younger to now, like the product that's being done, like the quickness and everything, like the growth. It's like that's the word, is growth. Like it's insane. And it's great. It's great to be able to share it and experience it together for sure.
Oh,
I love
absolutely.
It's really good to be able to have frequent collaborators who are such close friends.
Oh,
Absolutely.
it makes the process so much more enjoyable.
Exactly.
Because you have your people, you have your Jarets, you have your Lukes. You have those people that are just like the core homies that also bring value and like. I hope it's reciprocal, I think. Like,
absolutely.
We pay him in gear. It's reciprocal.
Well, it's learning experience too, right?
Yeah.
Going from the first two records, it's all about learning together.
Yeah,
Totally.
definitely.
Yeah. So I guess since that brings us up to right now, is there any other projects you've been working on recently? Anything you want to shout out at all? Or
Yeah, so I'm under Mainland Productions right now. Shout out.
You shout out yourself,
Right?
but shout out
Mainland Productions.
Shout out Mainland Productions.
Stop shouting out your own work.
We'll shout you out. You accept it. Shout out Mainland Productions as you were.
Yeah, so lots of stuff going on. My dad's actually a session drummer, so we do a fair bit of recording for that. We have people all over the world sending us tracks, and then he writes the drums. We record it, quick turnaround time. I do a lot of mixing as well. I do quite a bit of recording, a bit less because of the whole pandemic situation.
Yeah, that thing.
That thing. But, we're very busy, which is great. But yeah, anything from hard rock to singer-songwriter to pop to R&B. It's a versatile environment.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
and a good environment.
True.
Good vibes.
True.
Great
If you
vibes.
want to see the good vibes of Jaret's studio, we're going to post a photo of Jaret's studio right here. Thank you, Brayson.
All right. Let's
Okay. And Jaret, if anybody wanted to get in touch with you for a project at all, what would be the best way to reach you?
Yeah, so under my personal email, jaretstodola@gmail.com. Also, www.mainlandproductions.com.
Don't send him spam. Only send him good vibes and project inquiries.
Yes.
Anyhow, I think that covers a hell of a lot.
It does.
I think so.
We've talked from everything to our favorite foods to a history of us as friends and as collaborators in recording. So I think that is probably a good point to leave it off. So, Jaret, thank you again so much for joining us. I mean, we see you all the time, but it's great to actually have you here in our podcast studio. So thank you so much. And thank you all for watching or listening. We really appreciate it. In terms of getting in contact with Jaret, we're going to put all of his information in the show notes, so be sure to check that out. And if you like what we're doing as a band or just want to see more from us, be sure to check out our social media, which is also linked in the show notes. Otherwise, this has been another banger episode of BandChat with Royal Oak.
yeah.
So thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. I do that too much.